these gag reflexes and all. I said, it's sort of strange the fact that I'm gay. It's kind of embarrassing. What a way to represent my people. I said, but if you would have stuck that thing on my anal cavity, there wouldn't have been any problems at all. I promise next time I'll practice before I show up. And the same day I was invited to an orgy, but I turned it down. They sent out an email, and I was excited at first, but yeah, they sent out the email, and I was excited at first, but like, but once I opened up the thumbnails and revealed the people going, I realized this is sort of a nerd orgy. I didn't have anything in common with anybody, and I should have known from the group chat a while back, because everybody was talking about Harry Potter shit. I just felt like I had nothing in common with anybody, and it would just be extremely uncomfortable if I show up and everybody's fucking in wizard cosplay. I knew nothing about Harry Potter, so I think it would just be sort of awkward, and I feel out of place if I don't know the lines and someone starts talking through the series. Not to mention, geeky people sort of leave like they sort of like laid off this funky smell, so I already had enough gagging in the day from the dentist. Dallas just opened their first tickle bar. That sounds gay as shit. That's a lot coming from me, but it's exactly as it sounds. Apparently, this lady thought she'd open an establishment and charge you like $40 or $60 to tickle you for 25 or 50 minutes, and shit, for that price, you better make me fart or something. Exceed my expectations. But yeah, like she got on like live television, and in a direct quote, she said she's sick and tired of this COVID stuff, and she thinks that we're missing touch. I said, missing touch? We're supposed to be social distancing, you stupid ass. So yeah, Christmas is around the corner. My mom keeps asking me what I want for Christmas, and I said, well, a better credit score would be nice. I was hanging out with a buddy of mine the other day, and he was bragging about his credit score going up. I was like, hey man, that's awesome. Congratulations on my credit score. I'm thinking of investing in food stamps. I've become extremely popular in the collection world. Just the other day, a debt collector reached out to me in regards to a payment collection. I said, I appreciate you calling, but I'm not into collecting debt. Currently, I'm collecting empty beer bottles and marijuana ashes on my nightstand. I told him to have a good day and I hung up the phone. That ties into a very important thing I look for when it comes down to a relationship. Co-signing, because the only credit that I can account for is a few chips left on my power card at the Dave & Buster's. And that's my...
Merry Christmas, everybody! I don't know if you guys noticed, keep talking about the tree, but there's no star at the top of the tree. You want to know why? No, not because fuck Jews. It's because you guys are the star. We broke. No. I'm just kidding. This next comic I like to describe as cute and cuddly comedy. You guys are ready to be rocked to sleep. Put your hands together for the next comic of the business, Mr. John Hughes, everybody.
This sweater's really soft. You get that on QVC. I did go to a gun show this past weekend with Amber and her dad, which is always fun. I love going to gun shows, but this one kind of sucked. They had it down to like 25% capacity. It was like 2 tables with guns, one with ammo that was being sold in a Ziploc bag. I was like, yeah, people already bought all the guns with the stimulus. That's where all they went. But going to the gun show with my father-in-law was a lot of fun. He made my fucking day 5 minutes before we left. As we're leaving, there's a guy looking at guns, and his hoodie said, legalize eating ass. And the guy at the gun table was like, I didn't know that was illegal. And made like a ho, 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 like all the boomers are having a good chuckle about it. And then her dad caught the hoodie. He was like, legalize eating ass. He was like, Amber, back 30-some years ago, they used to call that getting your salad tossed. Did you know that? That's what they used to, in prison, guys would eat each other's ass, and it was called tossing their salad. It was just like, I about died on the floor of the gun show. I was like, I've never heard her father talk about sex, let alone a very fringe sex act from 35 years ago in prison. We've got a few more questions to ask her dad next time we hang out. I read a headline that said, Rebel Wilson's weight loss is painful for people like me. You guys know who Rebel Wilson is? She's like the fat British girl from that singing movie. Yeah, so everybody's like, oh yeah, that chick. Well, she's not the fat chick anymore. She like lost a bunch of weight. And now all the fat girls that like looked up to her are now ready to kill themselves, I guess. I feel like that kind of happened to me. I was like 420 pounds, and then I lost weight, and then certain people that were fatter than me stopped fucking with me. Like, what's the matter? You a little jealous? You show me my loose skin, you won't be so jealous. When I put my dick out, it has a curtain now, like I do curtain call. It comes out with a lace garter on doing the can-can. My dick has a knee. And a 6-inch pump. Just one now. Right on the tip. Did you guys see the video of the kid at the visiting Santa? It came out today. This fucking kid. So now when you visit Santa because of COVID, you don't sit on his lap because that's not going to work. Now you sit at a table that's about as big as this pool table across from Santa, like you're negotiating on Shark Tank or The fucking Apprentice. Now you're trying to like draw up a contract with Santa more than you want to make a request. Like there's a real power dynamic to sticking a fucking table between you and what stands between you and what you want for Christmas. So that all that aside, this kid gets up there, he's been waiting in line, it's probably fucking super long because everybody's spaced out 6 feet apart. And he sits down and he's like, I want a Nerf gun. Simple request, right? Like even a poor kid, parents are like, gotcha, nice dude. Easy request. Santa says no guns. The kid's like, what? He's like, no guns. Santa doesn't bring guns to kids. The kid like turns away from the table and he's pissed. You can see like his face turn red as fuck and he just starts crying. Rightly so, because you guys know it's Nerf or nothing. So it's looking like nothing for Christmas. But I don't know, as soon as I saw that video, I was like, instantly, I was in the pits of despair for this kid. But then I was like, wait, that kid's going to get every Nerf gun in existence now. That video, when I last looked, had like 200,000 retweets. It's ridiculous. He's going to get somebody's going to buy that kid an AR-15. It might be me. I might send him one of mine. There you go, kid. Don't shoot your eye out. Aim for the one in the sky with the red nose. That fat fuck can't fly without that one in the lead. Tracer rounds. Those are your friends, kid. I included 500 of them in your fucking stocking. Thinking about taking up a position as a conservative Santa so I can get some of these kids, balance the wheels of justice for these kids, maybe. If you got these guys out there that are like moonlighting as college professors playing Santa now, maybe you need a guy like me. The kid's like, I want mom to not get an abortion. I'm like, God, you got it, kid. We're going to fucking close down all the Planned Parenthoods in your neighborhood with riots tomorrow. We got this. Tell them the Black Lives Matter. Show up there and just shut the place down. Because that's the power of conservative Santa. I got the light. I don't have anything else for you guys. Have a good night. My name's Don Hughes.
Don Hughes, everybody! I don't know. That's all I got to say about that. Good stuff, man. I don't know. My parents never took me to visit Santa. They always told me that God was Santa. Fucking God sucks, man. We've had the same tree for 20 years, God. It was like cat piss. I didn't get Power Rangers one year. I wanted fucking Power Rangers. I wanted the Blue Ranger. My brother wanted the Red Ranger. We got Power Ranger. With no S. They had no emblems. It was just a blue dude and a red dude. And they're like, it's close enough. Like, where did you even get this? My dad said some guy behind Kmart was selling. I was like, you went to a store with cheap toys and bought something even cheaper from behind. Anyway, know your audience, folks. That's what it said. That's what I'm saying. Speaking of knowing your audience, the last time I heard this guy ask for a gun, 15 people died. So put your hands together for Mr. Remus Larza.
That's a crazy story about going to see Santa. I need to go see Santa and have him film it, have somebody film it, and then Santa asks me what I want, and I'll say, Doja Cat and Billie Eilish sitting on my face. And then just wait for both of them to show up to my door one day. I saw some video, I got Instagram a few days ago, and I was looking at it, and I saw a video of Billie Eilish just slapping her titty. She's like, I got these big old titties, they don't hurt, and she kept slapping her titty. I was like, wait, this bitch just complaining like a week ago about Drake trying to fuck her or whatever? Like, she's making videos of herself slapping her titties? Them things are humongous. Have you seen them? Oh man, she's wearing those baggy clothes all the time. How old is she now? 17? This bitch been 17 for 4 years. We were telling stories of growing up earlier. I was hanging out with Don, got off early, and I went to his house and didn't tell my girlfriend. And hanging out, telling stories, and he told me a good one. I remembered like, oh yeah, I hate my sister. So I have a sister, she's 2 years younger than me. I haven't seen her in almost 20 years by choice. Because growing up, I told myself, like, if I ever get the opportunity to never see your stupid ass ever again, I won't. So I've done pretty good so far. And I remember one time I was, I don't know, maybe like 11. I was rollerblading around. Yeah, I know. Back then it was gay. Now it's like, it's coming back, guys. So I was in there and I was, for some reason, like laying on my stomach with my rollerblades on in the grass. And her and her friend, for some reason, decided to sit on my back. Well, my sister was sitting facing that way. The other girl's sitting on me facing that way. And I was like, get the fuck off me, get off me. And they didn't, like the girl sitting on me that wasn't my sister got off because she's smart. My sister didn't, so I just fucking kicked back and kicked her right square in the top of the head with the fucking rollerblade brake. Split her head wide open, just screaming and crying. She's like, you gotta help me, you gotta tell somebody. I was like, no, you gotta tell somebody. My head ain't open, you dumb bitch. Man, I remember we moved to San Diego, and I got along with pretty much everybody in the neighborhood except this one white kid who was like talking shit from the jump. Like day one, he like called me a poser because I was wearing Nikes and skateboarding. So like whatever, fuck this dude. But one day, my sister and her dumb little friend were down the street, and I guess they knew this guy was a dickhead. Well, they came home crying. Both of them had an egg smashed on top of their head. I was like, what happened? They're like, Kevin smashed an egg on her head. Because he was like, he probably was out there with an egg. And he's like, you bitches don't get out here, I'm going to smash you on your head. And they're like, no, you won't. And then he did. And I was like, God damn it, I hate Kevin, but now I kind of like him. Oh, man. I remember one time we were supposed to, so going to high school in San Diego, you have to catch like the trolley and then get on the city bus and they would drop us off across the street from school. One day we're like sitting there waiting for the trolley, and I was waiting, and it was like, I don't know, probably like 100 feet away, and I just like shoved my sister onto the tracks. Like I was like, dude, she went home. She didn't even go to school. She went home to like whatever, tell on me. I was like, dude, the trolley was like 100 feet away. Like, trust me, if I wanted to really do it, I'd have waited until it was like 5 feet away. Like, I know like spatial distance bullshit. We had a show last night. Some kids from Richmond came down. They're okay. Apparently they're against people that are not good at comedy opening up comedy schools to teach people how to do comedy. And I was like, man, and here's the thing. I thought we didn't have anything in common with the Richmond comedians. We're all on the same page. We just need to get off the internet and see each other face to face. Everyone's so much better to each other when you're face to face. not being pussies on the internet, talking mad shit, not showing up to any rooms, and then when someone does show up to the room you're at, fucking curl up like a little bitch. Anywho, have a good night, Pinboys.
Christmas boys out, everybody. Yeah, good job. Happy you're in the Christmas spirit. I see you're dressed up as one of the people who robbed Kevin McAllister's house in Home Alone. you're like a bit of both of them. Like you should catch your hair on fire and you should get electrocuted.
There's like six Home Alone movies.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, they keep touching that kid, dude. They just keep leaving him home to get raped. That's what happened. Oh, man. A comic revealed to me that he was molested as a kid. And I was like, oh, that sucks. This dude, like, touched you. And like, no, he didn't. He's like, no, he didn't touch me or anything. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, he made me touch him. I was like, that's... I don't really, because yeah, he made me suck his dick to completion. I was like, damn, dude, like, at some point, and I was like, well, I mean, I guess you were young, and he's like, I was like 11. I was like, you, what? I was like, at worst, you should have a lisp. Like, that's about Your next comic, I'm still trying to figure out what's wrong with him. So put your hands together for Mr. Miguel, everybody.
Thank you, Pinboys. Hello, everybody. Happy holidays. I fell asleep last night with CNN on, and when I woke up this morning, I was racially charged. And I heard there was a protest going on, but I'm an amateur, so I didn't pass. Yeah. It's about timing, is what I'm learning here. So, it's really easy for certain people to wear a mask, people with something to hide. Like people with a nasty mole or a snaggle tooth or a fucking, or ugly people. For me, I don't got nothing to hide. So I'm trying to give myself something to hide. I need a reason to wear the mask. I'm unmotivated to wear the mask. So I'm trying to give myself something. So I decided I'm going to hide myself a Hitler stash under the mask. Because you see, every single guy who owns a mustache has had the Hitler stash. But few have had the Hitler stash in public. The opportunity for me to walk outside of my house with a little chop, with a little side chop, only filled in the middle, because you do it. Every single guy with a mustache, when you're starting off, you just clip those sides and you're Hitler. For a few seconds, you're in the mirror, and you're giving, it's back in 1954, all right? Or whatever. And then the shaving cream comes, and that's like the Americans and the Russians, washing across Germany. That's the shaving cream coming in, ruining your dreams. But here you go, guys. You can be in public, masked up. Nobody knows you got the stash. You slide it down, just to let people know that you're down with the mask. You're the mask Nazi. You're the mask Nazi. You see other people not wearing a mask, and that's. So I won more. That took me a while to come on. Dogs are man's best friends, but I bet they wish they weren't, because they end up doing all the stupid shit that we're doing. Like, for dogs, they started out and they were savages. They were helping us hunt. And then
we made things too good. We started getting our dogs all fancy, just like us. We wanted fancy people, fancy dogs. So we started having these small dogs, these little dogs that can't do nothing. I mean, people honestly looked at dogs, said, all right, so you got a litter of dogs. You got yourself some pups. You got 2 pups right here. One of them's normal dog. He's big. He's husky. He looks a little bit like a husky because he's like a wolf. The other one's picture a pug. Maybe not a pug yet, but he's got a scrunched up face. He's a little smaller. He's a little fucked up. And they said, that one. That's the one to sire our stock. We don't want healthy, beautiful dogs. We want this little turd right here, but he's fancy. You're walking your dog. You walk a normal dog, and all the animals come running away. You walk one of these little dogs out in the woods, and you see all the wildlife you ever wanted to see. You see an eagle come swooping out and check things out. He's like, that little snack right there, right next to that little monkey man. You see maybe a few opossums coming out creeping. Look, that's a little snack. It's a little smaller than the normal pups we got. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have done that. I'm sure the dogs didn't like it. All right, that's all I got. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Miguel the Nazi, everybody. Fuck you. There's such a long way to go to get. I'm sure it started with mass Nazi in your head, and you're like, you know what? For 2 minutes, I'm gonna wait to say this. And say a bunch of other. Fuck you. Michael Jordan had the Hitler stash. Michael Jordan. No, what? Sorry, a black dude not strong enough to make a Hitler statement? The fucking great. He did commercials with the fucking Hitler stash. He was like, I'm the greatest, or whatever. He was like, I'm the greatest, man. In his mind, he was the best at everything. He had this fury in his mind, this mind fury in his mind. No. I was trying to say mind fury. Yeah, that's what it is, mind fury. Mind fury. No, good job, Miguel. Way to bring up such a hot topic. Masked Nazis. Yeah. We're almost done, guys. We got one comic left. I went in order of looks. Started with the best looking, and now we're here. So everybody put your hands together for your last comic of the evening, Mr. Taylor Edwards.
Give it up for 757's very own Wayne Brady. Fuck you. I'm Hampton Roads Chris Brown.
Oh, God.
That's all good. That's all good. My women are just super easy to hit. They don't put up much of a fight. When you really get into it with a girl, if you ever have, you figure it out pretty fast. Evolution gave you the short end of the stick. I haven't been able to really write anything over the last couple of months. All I've been doing is hating, just hating on other fucking people. I feel like a crab in a bucket. Just good old nigga mentality. You're staying right here with me. like I was talking to my friend the other day. He was like, "Yeah, I make $100,000 a year." And I was like, "Is that before or after taxes?" He was like, "That was before." I was like, "You don't make $100K a year." I was like, "You make 73. Fuck you." How about that? I was like, "I'm bringing you right back down with us, dude. Fuck you. You have not made it yet. You are still one of us." All I've been doing is watching History Channel and just thinking, oh, was watching a documentary on the assembly line, and they're saying Henry Ford, and though he didn't invent the car, he invented the assembly line, and that's what got the car popularized because it became more affordable. But I was thinking, I was like, I don't think Henry Ford invented the assembly line. I think it was Thomas Jefferson, because he was the first president who had the idea. He was like, hold on, I could just like fuck all of my slaves and get like free slaves after, like forever? Holy shit. I bought like 50. That was a lot of money. That was like $1,200. I mean, just fuck them. I guess I already want to do it. Like, yeah, that's sweet. Like, that's the true assembly line. Like, you literally, you get the raw material and then you just make more raw material. That's perpetual energy. Like, he figured it out. We're just more morally accepting of it. He's like, energy never runs out. Sweet. I've been thinking, I don't think I can marry a fat girl. Like, I'm totally down. Like, I can, like, okay, let me, like, I'm black. I'm gonna end up with a fat white girl. So I just figure, like, if I marry them, I want them to be skinny first. You know what I mean? Like, we're inevitably gonna get there. So I'm just like, why is that too much to ask for? You know what I'm saying? Like, just start off 140. How about that? I'm not even asking a lot. To be honest. Like, that's not even like a lot. It seems to be impossible, though. Can't get it. I'm gonna get out of here on this. I don't think a woman has ever been as horny as me, and I don't think women have ever been as horny as men in general. Like, I was thinking, just as you do when you smoke enough weed, I was having a memory of, high school days. Amber, have you ever been so horny you made your mom stop on a road trip back home from Alabama at McDonald's to jerk off and everything? Like, Mom, my stomach is killing me. We gotta pull over. And then you jerk off and you get a splitting headache because it's the 8th time you jerked off today. Your blood vessels are just like, can you just give us a break? No? Okay. I was just wondering. Alright, I'm gonna get Tyrell back up here. Thanks for having me.
Taylor Edwards, everybody! Good job. He was the last comic. I'm going to come around and take the votes while I do that. The microphone is open to anyone and everyone that wants to say anything. The 49ers are losing right now, 14-7. It's a sad news. And I also wanted to say, Taylor, you had your time. If you were a rapper, if you were a SoundCloud rapper, I'd call you Lil KFC. So, all right. Yeah, if anybody wants to talk, they can say whatever they want. All right.
How y'all doing again? I'm King D, the comedian. I just want to make a public service announcement. I'm semi-drunk, so I haven't killed anybody when I'm semi-drunk. So I'll probably be drunk by the time I leave. So if you want to get out of here without dying, you might want to leave now before the vote is tallied. I just want to say Hitler had no swag. I heard a couple of Hitler jokes. Hitler had no swag at all. Let's just get that shit right. Have you ever seen like those 70s black guys? Like, those motherfuckers was poor as hell, but they had outfits that like synchronized. And them fuckers glue in the dark and shit. Hitler had no fucking swag. I just want to say that. First and foremost. God damn. Thanks to Tyrell Stacker for having this damn 7-Eleven cam over here on us while we're over here. Look, when I looked over, I thought I was stealing some shit. I started checking my pockets and shit. You ever thought you stole something by accident and you started checking yourself? Like, what the fuck did I do with that Snickers? Nah, I'm just joking. Because I have a tendency to steal by accident. Like, you ever stole something by accident? Like, this is a nice ass fucking pen. Like, you should keep this pen. And then you get home and like, fuck, I got this pen in my pocket. It's mine now, goddammit. No bullshit. It's kind of like what y'all did to us. It's kind of like what y'all did to us. Why they looking at me sideways? Like, y'all did that shit to us. Why the fuck not you laughing? You supposed to laugh at this one. You should be on ROTFL at that joke. Because you are stolen as hell. Like, they would have got me on the second wave. Like, I'm second wave stolen merchandise. You are like prime rib, first take stolen guy. Like me and Miles, they would have stolen us as slaves, like maybe after like they even had like 100 years. We're not gonna make the 400-year mark. That's dead. Okay, come on, Miles.
I would have been working in the house with Marshall. He's been in the fields.
I just have to say, King David saying that he conveniently just accidentally steals. You know damn well that's the same shit he says to the women he cheats on too.
Last time me and King Dave hung out, he got home and he texted me. He's like, I just checked my pockets. How'd this bike get in my pocket?
Give it for Don and Amber and Hughes, y'all. Absolutely. They're absolutely fucking right, by the way. I just want to let y'all know that. I'm not.
Sit the fuck down, man. Jesus Christ. It's my show. I would like to say that one person in this room pointed at you while you were up here and said, yeah, I want to vote for the guy running the room.
That's a fact.
You people come in here, take my job, fucking working hard in this bitch. Third place is Don Hughes. Doesn't matter. He doesn't matter. Second place and first place are two people who, for one, have never gotten votes in here before. Both of them. Never ever gotten it. Never have I ever collected a single vote for these next two people. And then those two, they were decided by one vote. We're sending it down to Georgia. I got a couple lawyers looking at it. Because I can recount it. But second place went to Miguel. He fucking knocked it out of the park. I guess you guys like fucking Nazi humor. Good job, dude. For real. You did. Well, they thought you did good. I don't get to vote. And first place, all by himself, the motherfucker running the room, King David, no faces, all one word, King David, the comedian. First time here, anyone. They can keep coming back to do this every Monday night, 8 o'clock. Love you guys. Keep coming back.
Can I say something before we go?
No, you said it now. He's like, no. I said it off.
Hitler lost again.